There we go. Perfect. We're back with Ace Attorney Investigations. So yeah, so I don't remember exactly where we were. Oh yeah, we proven that the victim had died from falling. That's what we have come to the conclusion, and now we just need to figure out who the fuck pushed him. Our secret agent. So we're gonna try and figure that out. Here we go. Alright, it is now March 12th, 3:35 p.m. on the lower decks of the cargo hold. Miss Meal. Miss Meal. Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa. Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa. Oh. Miss Cammy Meal. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well. Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Fuck yeah, I am. Right. Here we go. Miss Meal's alibi. Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. What? How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up! Hello? Wake up! Oh. She fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Okay, well, we're not really working with much. So basically she just states that she was in the, basically in the cabin's room. Okay.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, wake up. I'm awake.
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant.
Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to appropriate use?
Hold it!
Okay, she claims that she was in there. If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class and the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda.
Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time?
Eating, and then having a most delicious dream.
You mean you were neglecting your duties?
No way. Sleeping is part of our job too, you know.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up!
I'm awake.
Ouch! What did you wake me for, sir?
Ooh, what did I miss?
Okay, she's a sadist. A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your steed.
You really? Sorry about that.
You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony. Okay. So you were alone the entire time, were you?
Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi.
Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Miss Meal, there is a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. So from 5 to 6 a.m. Her drinks. Really? Wait, hold on. I guess it would be this one because according to this was... Yeah, hold on, what was this again? Just as Miss Tenero said, the timestamp says she bought the suitcase at 5:40 a.m. Yeah, because Tenero bought the suitcase at the shop at 5:40 and then she brought it back to the attendance room. So there's no way that she could be alone, so... There we go, I knew it. I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal.
Huh? A receipt? For what?
It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Tenero.
Yes. Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor and flight shop, correct?
Yes. I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off.
And did you see Miss Meal there at that time?
No.
So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.?
Oh
wait, hold on. 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. Miss Cammy Meal.
Huh? The bathroom?
I'll be the one to ask the questions here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know.
Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. Cross my heart.
I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage.
You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out?
Oh god, I gotta test.
Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you'd think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator key and the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of like... I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design.
Well, fuck you too, bitch. Now is not the time, though, for this sort of talk. Alright. Time to press her.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies.
Ah, but say I wasn't an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you?
Yes, I suppose that's not... suppose that's true enough.
Hold it!
Okay. She is already being detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten?
Oh, yeah, I guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe this. I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me? A killer?
Miss Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else who could have done it?
Hold it!
Okay. And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count.
Aw, but I spend so much time in there. It might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She is the only one on this flight who's fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of one am I in charge of? Why couldn't you say so in the first place?
What else could I have meant?
Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian.
She's fluent in Borginian. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian.
Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian.
Very interesting. Yes, that makes her super suspicious. Okay. Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes.
Huh? But why?
While Miss Tenero is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime.
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I would allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer.
I do not honestly believe Miss Meal does any actual work aboard this flight.
Oh, that's not true, Miss Edgeworth. Although, well...
Hold it!
So what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Borginian stuff?
I do stuff like translate things from and into Borginian. Cammy's the only member of the crew who understands Borginian, Mr. Edgeworth.
Miss Meal, I take it then that it is your job to process all Borginian paperwork.
Yeah, see, I totally pulled my weight around here.
So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work end. Miss Meal, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else.
That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus.
There you go, pulling out fucking Among Us, pushing everything onto her again.
I don't get what you're saying. It must be a really abstract concept, huh?
The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. Okay. Wait a minute, so... Okay, look, I know you're suspecting me because I am one of the crew, but you think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too? She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know? If you ask me, that makes her super sus. I'm in charge of the attendance room and some Borginian stuff. Some Borginian stuff. Could we press her on that then? Wait, so she's in charge of all the Borginian stuff. And states that the statue is loaded on board in Europe, but the statue is fake. Okay, let's present this to her. Yeah, hold on. If you're... Okay, so that means you fucked up somewhere. So you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct?
Yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Borginian for a while.
If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose, to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
What the fuck is this?
It is exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on the documents. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direction correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Really? All you did was sign it.
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that.
Seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight. Fuck.
Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he is killed by a member of that ring.
Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes.
Your fucking bubbles do nothing, but perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Stop that, fucking Christ. Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you, I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who's under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda's being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning. Oh. Fuck. So, not that. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero? I mean... In the very beginning, the bloody cloth was found highly like... To this? The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? Oh my. The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. Stop that. There wasn't enough time to put the body back in the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly wanted? Or someone that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What special circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? Where the murder was taking place? The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age, so no matter what you do, the chances that the body be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Meal. Only you and you alone could be the killer.
And?
The fuck you mean, and?
Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
Fucking I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence.
And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something I still can't quite fit into the big picture.
So this piece of evidence will answer all of our questions.
Are you sleep presenting or something, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, as you can plainly see, I am wide awake.
Then I'm afraid you failed. You were making so little sense I thought maybe you were asleep.
Okay, that wasn't it. Okay. Wasn't there a piece of evidence that still counted? Oh, wait. Is it the missing cell phone?
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence,
I thought not.
but that's because it went missing, and still is.
Missing? What do you mean by that?
In the complex puzzle that is this case, there is one piece I kept getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone, or at least that's what you told me.
That's right.
But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene.
You mean the killer took the phone with them?
Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well?
We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not?
Of course I do.
Oh?
Agent Hicks' phone! It's ringing from somewhere, sir.
I hear it, Detective. Now where is it coming from? Sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room.
We better hurry to the flight attendant's room, sir.
On we go, Gumshoe. Follow me. Okay, it's 4:12 p.m. now.
The ring's coming from somewhere in here, sir.
Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Is it here? The ring is coming from in here.
Or, the ring's coming in from here, sir.
What? No, it can't be.
But this has gotta be the victim's cell phone. Just whose lock is this, sir?
It's Miss Tenero's.
What?
God damn it. Alright, it's now 4:28 p.m.
So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Tenero's locker.
What? But... Whoa, that Tenero. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time.
This is related to the keycard, alright? In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the only bird we cannot ignore.
What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Right then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth?
It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone.
What?
Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of his smuggling? Francisca,
I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures?
Miss Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir.
This looks like a very similar model to mine. And mine can take photos just fine.
Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case. If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here of our killer smuggler.
But the phone's all busted up, sir.
Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
I'll find a way, don't you worry about that.
May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to release the data. What?
What do you mean by that, Francisca?
It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Francisca, your phone if you please.
Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now.
This is...
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case.
Hey, the Aleph Fred's nowhere in this picture.
But this is no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right?
Well, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks' killer, sir.
Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? Wait. This? The fact that all of the suitcases are here is in this photo is odd.
Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly is so odd about suitcases that haven't been used yet being there?
Yes, well, I was only pointing out things that are different between now and then.
Your off-topic ramblings have been put this attendant to sleep yet again, Miles Edgeworth.
Give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening, a deafening objection, and a contradiction. Hold on. Can we only examine right now? Okay, what about this? What's all this?
Oh, there are cargo ships from Bulgaria to Zangfa.
So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zangfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere.
One cluster of boxes is written in Bulgarian. It says, it is cloth in English.
Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer...
What? What for is that scary face?
Miss Mayo?
Yes?
It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator.
Huh?
He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who this killer is.
Huh? Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
Beginning cargo in this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. Is it this?
Take that!
Would you care to fill me in on what you were trying to prove with that?
It's quite simple. It shows that I will be representing my evidence.
I'm not laughing.
It wasn't meant to be laughing that. Okay. Beginning cargo in this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. The Burgundian cargo.
Is it this document?
Take that!
Is it this? Oh no, it's not that. What about the Borginian cargo? Is it the statue? Oh, it's this.
Take that!
I forgot about the piece of cloth.
And what is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zangfar had cloth written on it. In Bulgarian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right. The killer was I can't fucking read today. The killer was someone who could read and understand Bulgarian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Camille.
That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or in Burgundian.
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Bulgarian, well then... logically, the killer would have opened this box first. Bed sheets.
Take that!
Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir.
Precisely, and bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
So what are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Bulgarian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Bulgarian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color.
Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zengfa.
That's right. That is why the Bulgarian cloth was used. And the only Bulgarian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you alone.
Protect me.
It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zangfar authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Mio? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zangfar?
Okay, do it.
Oh no! Oh god! What? Okay. Oh, gee, what the fuck? Oh my god! The bubbles are beating the shit out of her. Oh my god! Someone stop the bubbles!
He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. I.
So you pushed him off the ledge and you killed him.
Damn, that was a quick case, sir. It's only 5:26. Well, we finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir.
Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that?
They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. I think she got rabies. In fact, she started biting people.
She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. And has rabies. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Ah yes, and my waifu.
Mr. Edgeworth. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much.
Oh, it was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that... Well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
That's...
I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
Oh my god. No, I mean... I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go.
What a very sweet lady. Even though she, you know, accused us at the very beginning, but very sweet.
I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir. But boy, was it fun.
Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. Actually, no, I think I meant turbulence. By the way, where's Francisca?
Oh, she's filing out some customs paperwork for her departure.
Departure?
Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case.
Detective? Can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier?
You got it, sir.
547, Hope Springs Airport.
Francisca?
I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter.
I have no intention of wasting your time, however, it has been a while since we last met.
I also have no time for such familiar menaces. Just who do you think I am?
You are Francisca Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect.
Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing piat, living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built.
True, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible.
What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture.
Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself.
Yes, I suppose you can.
Plus, there is another agent on this case with me.
Oh, and another agent?
He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day.
I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
I'm not following you.
You'll understand soon enough. The flight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. Now piss off!
Damn, and just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Man, what a bitch. I got like fucking 50 lacerations from her. But thank goodness I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for a whip.
Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm going to celebrate by adding a little extra salt in my instant noodles tonight.
That's... what? Oh god, just how much did you cut his salary by, Francisca? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office.
Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want.
Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play, and the players on the other side of this war. They would begin to make themselves known throughout the next incident. Edgeworth speaking. Ah, finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Ah, have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Mr. Amano. Ernest Amano, correct? Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. Oh boy. Alright. And that ends the second case of the Ace investigation. Or investigator, rather. Ace Attorney Investigator. I can't fucking speak. Alright. There we go. Alright. And we'll continue off. Alright. Episode 3, The Kidnapped Turnabout. Actually, let's look at the others. Oh, okay, so there's 5 episodes total. So yeah, we've done Turnabout Visitor, Turnabout Airlines, and now The Kidnapped Turnabout. Alright, start from this episode. We'll start a little bit, probably going for about 30 minutes, and I'm going to call it. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Nowhere. It's time.
Don't worry. Hold on. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be,
Okay. Okay, good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup.
You can count on me, sir.
I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Okay. Alright, let's see. I checked that the money is all there, safe inside this suitcase. Now all I have to do is wait further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all.
Welcome to Gate Wonderland.
Oh, thank you.
And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me?
A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested.
Aw, that's too bad. Well, have a good day.
Hello?
Who are you? You're not Ernest Amato.
It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Are you a cop?
No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
So this person intends to see if I'm being followed. Huh. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this time. Alright, here we go. Edgeworth speaking.
Next, come to the haunted house.
And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not. Alright, and then we guess we're going to the haunted house. I've arrived.
Go inside.
Oh my. Quite scary. What a dismal place.
That's it. Go through those doors.
Am I being watched from somewhere?
Leave the money and go. Now.
It was
was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Oh. Oh no, I fucking knew it. Oh no, Edgeworth. Ah! It was a trap. Who would have fucking guessed? Alright, 11:23 a.m. That guy betrayed. No, it can't be. Then the deal. Who's that? And what are they talking about? Split. Police. Alright. In front of meetup. Can't move. My body. I fear I may faint again. Oh dear. Where am I? How long was I out? Is it raining like it is now when I made the drop-off? This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano Group. And aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son Lance had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s. I guess some things you never grow out of. Can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Was that you making that funny noise? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? Oh.
Hiya!
Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers?
A kidnapper? Me? No way. I'm not in such petty crimes. No, I'm after something much, much bigger.
Oh fuck, it's a fucking lolly. A ninja lolly. My worst fucking nightmare. Ugh, must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatakarasu.
Great thief? And did he really just claim to be the Yatakarasu?
Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's settled.
Oh my fucking god. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder, should I remove them? I don't think so. I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces.
You fucking little brat!
Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. This rope goes through here, and there you go.
Ah, what a relief. Oh, you my thanks.
Ah, it's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Now then, what question should I start with? Who the fuck are you? No, just kidding. Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all?
You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a tough time believing.
I'm the real genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you could say such a horrible thing to your savior.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me.
Yet. When you say you're the Yatakarasu, do you mean you are the Yatakarasu?
Yep. The most righteous of the righteous. The legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently. So I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatakarasu.
I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that.
But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, wouldn't they?
I knew it. There's such no reasoning with the prosecutor.
I'm not the problem here.
I'll have you know that the Yatakarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing? And what would that be?
That's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So, you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor.
Oh, I guess I'm not. I'm Miles Edgeworth.
Aha! Now I remember.
How can you remember something I just told you? She sure is cheery.
Alright, then Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here.
Oh, she's gonna...
Okay.
You fucking idiot. It would seem that we are locked in from the other side.
What? No way, I don't hear you. La 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 la.
Can you shut the fuck up, Kay? And do you remember where you came in from, right? Oh, fuck. Looks like that might be the only way out of this room.
Whoops, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit.
I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out. Alright. Is this my phone? Looks like I made it through the ordeal intact.
If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside.
Oh, but we do have a way. Right here.
Ah, there was a cell phone here this whole time?
Let me turn this. There we go. If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now.
Mr. Edwards, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir.
I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper. That's all.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. I'll make sure that 50% of my next check is deducted. If only I hadn't lost sight of you.
Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now.
You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But doing that, I sorta,
What's wrong, Detective? Oh, sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're gonna have to make do with me. Who is this? Shi Long Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Langzy says the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone. So good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually. You.
What's wrong? Did you get cut off?
No, my phone ran out of power.
No way!
Doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means.
Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out.
Okay, and she keeps going back to the fucking door. Alright.
Man, why do they have to put the windows so high up anyway? How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape?
I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers.
Aha! That's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again.
Let's see. I wonder if I could jump and grab the top of the lockers here. Man, why do they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway?
Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. Okay.
Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume.
Pink badger.
You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole badger clan with this.
What the fuck am I looking at?
Think of it as a Bible of all things you'll ever need to know about the clan.
I never would have thought I would hear the word Bible in this. Suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes.
It certainly looks that way. Looks like the Badger family's home.
There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. Okay. But aren't these badges the mascots of the police force?
Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Probably because the Gaywater group owes the police from all those cases they solved.
They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park?
It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster.
That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've suspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I suppose this is the pink badger, but since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female?
You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are.
It's the only difference.
And the fact that she's pink.
Yes, and
her lips are red. See? Lipstick.
What, she has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? Nothing here unusual. Nope. This is that blue badger I met at the main gate.
Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off of the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter.
I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved.
Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now?
So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence towards this badger, okay?
Huh. I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover.
Good luck with that one.
Look, it's the Blue Badger.
I suppose even this thing can be popular with women.
My nemesis.
What the... Why is she beating it up?
He's got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around this park. I better be careful. He's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone.
I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. Okay. What is this?
Looks like the Bad Badger is looking as bad as ever.
Looks like a costume head to me.
I guess the Bad Badger's costume is at the very least a two-piece, huh?
The real question is why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally.
You didn't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's his whole family, too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize.
Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that?
You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it.
Speaking of badges, there's one sitting against a wall in the haunted house.
Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costumed ones walking around the park.
So those are the rules of this game. How quaint.
Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape.
And what exactly do you have in mind?
Well, we could paint help in really giant letters.
And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building.
Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, that may not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all.
Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we? Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went?
Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone.
I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here.
After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you.
I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like I'm afterthought of to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot.
Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from here.
It won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Is that what I think it is?
It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves.
No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and popped open against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I could probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found a ticket way out. There's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped up floor panel in place. Which reminds me.
Did you find something useful, Miss Edgeworth?
Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. This is the beam I was tied to.
What's up?
I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climbed this.
Good thinking. And if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me.
Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make a good foothold. Hope you go okay, and good luck.
Count on it. The great thief Yatakarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies. Here I go.
As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing.
What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know.
Okay. Seduce. No, figured. Oh, my goodness. Wait, what piece of evidence do we have? Hey, I'm sorry, they gave him a fucking gun? God, he looks so fucking creepy. So we were just at the haunted house. Stadium.
Okay. Oh? This hook on this beam.
You know I already tried and there's no way I can jump from the hook to the window.
Come on, even
Even you have to admit when something's just not possible.
I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather that, it's here for a different purpose.
Really? Like what?
As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
Oh, I get it.
We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this top.
Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath.
Aha!
Now this is what I call a treasure.
Alright, there we go.
Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure.
The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom.
What are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch.
Alright. This thing is locked down tight.
Aw, fiddlesticks.
Well, we tried. Maybe think of something else? Underground entrance. Maybe something with these two? Nope. Oh, what the fuck? I don't think that was there before. And what have we here?
Huh.
Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look?
Well, don't mind if I do. Ooh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something.
The something is what is relevant to my interest. Okay, well, put those two together. We know what it is. No? Okay, well, I want to at least try that, so... Nope. Tiny key, underground entrance. I believe you're up, Kay.
Huh? Why me?
Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to.
Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big.
I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now.
Alright, got the secret door open. And now...
Wait! She died. Are you alright, Kay?
I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all.
Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary.
There's a lot of really large machinery down here.
What about an exit?
It's really dark and cramped down here. So I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened.
You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know.
No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder's removable?
Okay, well, can we go down? I finally got that door to the underground area open. Okay, I just wanted you to confirm with you that there wasn't an exit down there.
Yeah, it was really cramped and there was a lot of really large machinery.
I see. Oh, you heard that all?
I'm perfectly fine. I was just a little surprised when the ladder suddenly slipped out from underneath.
I wonder if this ladder can be put to some use. Oh, yeah, the fucking locker thing. Alright, put that together. Though I'm more interested in going down there. I figured out how we will be escaping this prison, Kay.
Oh? So how are we gonna bust out?
It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all.
Are you actually praising me?
More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder.
The underground ladder? What about it?
This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down.
Oh, I see. If we use this.
Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
There we go.
All right, now we can get out of here.
Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage and the mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. Not sure tanked. 12 to 11 p.m. Wild Wild West. Wait, that's where we are? The fucking Wild West? It looks like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier.
Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, thank God. I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out.
Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Well, that's,
The fuck? Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 98, 99. Chief, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir.
What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it?
Shifu! Shifu! I love you! And you are Agent Lang, I take it?
You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely?
Langzi says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sheena. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Thank you. Please accept mine in return. You all see that just now? That is the proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. Got it? Woo! Oh, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zengfa. Apparently this man has the highest successful arrest rate in their organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two of you about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic.
How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, you say you could have solved it faster, pal?
The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that if I had been there, no one would have died. What the fuck do you mean? Okay, I'm not gonna even start. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. But that would imply that he wouldn't have died and then there would be no case. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Akby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca in the third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel as the kidnapped. I'm sorry, I'm having an aneurysm. How I feel as the kidnapped is someone I know.
So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare to mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I fear such intense loathing emanating from him? Alright, man. Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed.
Sir!
Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight there and don't cause any trouble. Understand? Wait. Let's go grab a burrito.
Mr. Edgeworth.
It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here and completely out of the blue at that? Suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that.
Alright. I think this is a good stopping point. So now we got a Interpol agent that's not just practically taking over the entire investigation of this. So anyways, this is going to be the end of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed my short stream of both the Helldivers run and also this Ace Attorney investigations. If you have not followed this channel before, give it a follow. And I also do have a YouTube channel under the same name, General Crunchy. I also try to post a few episodes of either, Ace Investigations or Helldivers or maybe other things I may want to try and post. So go out there and